What's up, traders? So today we're going to look at some changes that have occurred in the last week with SoFi. And since they are diluting shareholders, we will take a deeper dive as to why and determine whether SoFi is still a good play. And lastly, we'll take a look at a potential trade within the Moomoo platform. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Rashad. I am a full-time options trader, and I've been blessed to bring in full-time income straight from the stock market. Now, if you could do me a huge favor, go ahead and smash the like button. And do remember that this is not financial advice, nor is it a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any equities or options contracts. Now, if you're new to the channel, then I always start off the video with a word from God that has to do with money, wealth building, or business. And today's scripture comes from Proverbs 16:3, and it says, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans." And quite simply, you don't need 1,000 business ideas or the next viral trend. You need one full plan, full commitment, and faith in the Most High. That's how you build something that's real, something that lasts, something that scales and turns into legacy. And speaking of things going according to plan, I have to shout out members of the Trade to Freedom community. So first off, we have Corey, who says sharing little victories. He made 43% on one trade. So Corey, congrats to you. Then we have Andrew, who paper traded and made $85,000 after testing our structures and procedures. And he is now implementing that into his actual real cash account. So Andrew, shout out to you. And then we have Benjamin here, who said made $1,575 today. And Benjamin is part of our Zero DTE program, so he does day trading with us. And as we can see, he has been super successful. And then last but not least, we have Hector here, who says still traveling and getting paid at the same time. Nothing feels better. And I'm super jealous of my guy right now because we can see he is on a beach while I am here at home with snow on the ground. So Hector, shout out to you. And congrats on trading to freedom. And if you know anybody who would like to trade to freedom, tell them about the community. The link is below in the description. They'll get my trades, access to the course, full access to me, and they'll be within a community of other people who are all trading to freedom. So if you know anybody, links below in the description. But with that being said, let's get down to business. Now, if you guys know me, you already know that I am very bullish on SoFi. However, SoFi has been in the news recently for things that are not so good. And so let's take a look at what happened. Well, we can see from this article from Motley Fool, it says SoFi stock is falling today, and there are 1.5 billion reasons why. Well, if we scroll down to the key points, we can see it says SoFi announced plans to sell 1.5 billion in common stock, and the proceeds will be used for general corporate purposes. Now, anytime a company issues new shares, it is typically never a good thing in the near-term future. And the reason for that is they are essentially diluting current shareholders. And so just for an example, if there are 10 shares of a stock and you own one of them, well, you own 1/10 of the company. However, if the company issues 5 more shares, so now there's 15 and you still only own 1 share, well, now they took you from owning 1/10 of the company to now owning 1/15 of the company. So although you still own the same amount of shares, you now own much less of the company than you did before. And so that's never a good thing for people who are already shareholders. And it's typically a warning sign to people who are looking to become shareholders because they can be weary that the company may do the same thing over and over again. Now, is this a bad thing for SoFi? Well, let's take a look. Here are the facts. They are issuing 54.5 million shares at a price of $27.50. So that is $1.5 billion in raised capital. Now, the concern is this is their second dilution in the last 4 months. And the last time that they did this, they said that liquidity was already sufficient. So why are you doing it again 4 months later? Well, the company has stated that they are doing it in order to put themselves in a better financial position moving forward. All right, I'm kind of summarizing things, but that is essentially the gist of it. Now, that dilution was about 4.85% of the company. However, the stock dropped about 7% over the next 24 hours. And so the reaction to the news was much larger than what the actual numbers were. So you'll often see things like that in the market where people overreact to things. And so it's always good to compare the actual numbers versus how the stock is moving to see if it's an overreaction and people just being irrational. Now, the key question here is this dilution a problem or is it a growth move? Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, typically anytime a company dilutes shareholders, it's never a good thing initially. However, how it affects the company moving forward will greatly depend on how SoFi uses those funds. So is this a problem or is it a growth move? Well, this can become a growth move if it does any of the following. It can use that money to pay down debt that they are paying a high interest rate on. It can, too, increase their lending activity. All right, banks are able to lend out money in direct correlation to how much money that they have. And so the more money that you have, the more money that you can lend out. And so it's no different from us regular folks who have trading accounts. Typically, the larger your trading account is, the more buying power that you have, and the more buying power you have, the more trades that you can put on. Well, it works the exact same way with banks. The more money they have, the more money that they can lend out. And the more money you can lend out, typically, the more money you can make. Okay, so they can use it to increase their lending capacity. They can, three, obviously accelerate growth and invest in other ventures that will make them money down the line. And then lastly, they can do optional strategic moves. Now, I dug a little deeper into their debt. They have about $2 billion in debt that they're paying 5.3% interest on. And so if they were to use that money to pay down this debt, that could be a potential savings of $85 million per year. And this money could literally go straight towards the net income. And if that happens, that means they'll have a higher earnings per share, which would increase the perceived value for the company. And so that is one way that they can literally immediately put that money to work. But two, remember I said that the more money they have is a direct correlation to how much money they can lend out. Well, currently, SoFi's risk-based capital is at about 25%. Well, the legal minimum is 10.5%. So they are already seemingly in a good position when it comes to cash. Now, here's why that matters. Banks can lend out 9.5 times their capital. So like I said, more capital equals much more lending. And much more lending means much more money coming in. And so that is another way that they can use that $1.5 billion to bring in money quickly, to add more dollars to their bottom line. And so the takeaway is, of course, there is going to be possibly some short-term pain. However, this will make for a better and stronger balance sheet, higher long-term earnings, and a faster growth runway. And so now that we know that SoFi will likely still be in a very strong fundamental standpoint, let's go ahead and take a look at the technicals. Now, looking at the technicals, there's one thing that I really want to point out. Now, we can see that the Bollinger Bands say that it'll stay within a range of about $24.72 to $31.93. But if I go ahead and hide those Bollinger Bands, we can see that SoFi's really been range bound between $25 and $30 over the last several months. We can see it finally crossed over that $25 mark back in August. And for the most part, it's pretty much stayed within that range, other than these few days where it did pop above $30, but it quickly came back down. And so we can clearly see here that it's pretty much stayed within that range the entire time. And so knowing that SoFi is currently range bound, I want to make a trade on it based on that information. But first, I have to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of this video, Moomoo. Now, beyond just being an amazing brokerage and one that has tools way better than most brokerages that I know, right now they have one of the most amazing sign-up offers as well. When you open up an account using the link below in the description, not only can you get up to $1,000 of NVDA stock, but you can also get up to an 8.1% APY on your idle funds. And that is just crazy. But what was just added, they added in an additional $100 cash reward. When you open up an account using my link below in the description, you will not find this anywhere else. So make sure that you take advantage of this. But on top of all of that, their mobile platform is next level. Taking a look at their mobile app, so you can see here, you can see a lot of general information such as earnings and earnings calendars and earnings beats and economic calendars. However, what I like most is this investment theme. So if we click on investment themes, here they categorize stocks based on what they're impacted by. And so what I like most is this one that's called Nancy Pelosi Portfolio. Now, if you're not familiar, Nancy Pelosi is a US Congresswoman, and she seems to always select the right stocks right at the right time. And so Moomoo conveniently put all the stocks that she is currently investing in right here on this list for you to see. And so if you just wanted to follow what Nancy Pelosi is doing, you could follow this investment theme in Moomoo. But go ahead, check it out. The link is below in the description. You can get up to 60 free stocks, and you can only get that with this link. So go ahead and click it, and you can thank me later. And so here we are at the options chain in Moomoo. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and sell puts right at that $25 mark, because I know that it is pretty much range bound. And I know that SoFi is a stock that I would really love to own. And so I really don't care if it were to come down below $25. However, the technicals show that it is staying within that range. And so until something changes, I want to go ahead and take advantage of that. Now, we've already entered into multiple new trades on SoFi over the last week within the Trader Freedom community. However, if I were going to go ahead and enter into a new one right here, right now, then maybe I go out to this date that's about 32 days out from now. Now, if we look at the $25 strike that we discussed, we can see it pays anywhere between $78 to $85 per contract right here, right now. Now, that puts us at a delta of about 0.25, and this will get us about a 3.37% return on our invested capital. Now, as of right now, there's about a $3.44 move priced in as far as the expected move. And so if we subtract that $3.44 from the current price of $27.61, well, that will put us around the range of $24.20. And so if you're going to go this aggressive with your strike price, then you want to make sure that you are okay with actually buying shares of the company. Because if that's not the case, then you may want to be a bit more conservative. But I'm absolutely fine with that. So I would come over here and I'd probably sell these $25 puts, and we can see at the mid price, I'll make about $81, $82 per contract. Now, of course, if we look at the P&L curve, then we are just hoping that SoFi stock price stays above the $25 strike that we set. And if it does, we just make our money and we go about our day. However, if it drops, then our break-even point would be about $24.18, which would be right around that expected move. And then if the price were to continue to move down, then the contract becomes worth less and less. However, we don't care because we are fine with purchasing the shares of the stock at that price. Now, if you wanted to up the return on your capital even more, what you could do is you could turn this into a credit spread. And so to turn it into a credit spread, I will still sell to open that $25 put, but now I'll buy to open any strike less than 25. And so in this case, I may turn it into a $5 wide credit spread. So what I'll do is I'll buy to open this $20 strike. All right. And so now that we have that, we officially have a $5 wide credit spread. Now, what does that do? Well, it lowers the amount that we will make by just a little bit. So now we'll make about $66. And so it did reduce the amount we'll make by a slight amount. However, now instead of needing $2,500 per contract to put on the trade, well, look at this. Now we only need $433. And so that's an even bigger return on our invested capital. Now, if we come up and we look at the P&L curve, well, it's the exact same thing. We are just hoping that SoFi stays above our $25 mark. And if it does, we just make our money and we go about our day. However, if it does drop, then it starts to become a losing trade. But because it is a credit spread, your max loss would be capped at that $433 mark. However, we would never sit around and allow for a trade to become a max loss situation. All right, but those are my thoughts on SoFi right now and their new share offering. I don't think it was a good idea to begin with. However, of course, it's not a good thing for current shareholders. However, if SoFi plays their cards right, it could allow for even more amazing growth than what they are already having. But let me know down in the comments below what you think of their stock offering, and if you are making any current trades on SoFi. And if you would like to come trade to freedom, then come join us in the community. The link is below in the description. But with that, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace!